First of all, I was raised to be very anti-Catholic. And it's a little bit like when you say to a child, don't touch the paint, they want to touch it. So I was told not to go near the Catholics because they've got statues and candles and funny things like this, you see. So I thought, ooh, what do they do? I mean, seriously, that's what I was like. And aside from being caned for not knowing my catechism at 13, which is another story, we'll leave that. What happened is I was looking for somewhere that was going to give me the truth as the truth. Now, I was in the Church of England, I'd been in the evangelical church, I'd been around a number of different churches, and I was looking for something that wasn't going to cut me short on what was true. And literally the Catholic stuff kept rising and rising and rising, and I just said, these guys are not budging on anything. You know? I also had 2 or 3 friends who I saw, they witnessed to me what it was to live out their Catholic faith. That made a huge impression on me. The other thing is because I'd been abandoned at birth and fostered and incubated and adopted in orphanage and all that stuff, I had a massive mother wound as well as a father wound. And I was very, very camp and effeminate when I was in my 20s and as a gay man. And so I really struggled with the whole issue of mother. I certainly struggled with the issue of father, but I could grasp a hold of this thing of Jesus. And there was one day, and it was like a millisecond, I can barely explain it, but it's like I was in the presence of Our Lady for a millisecond. And I was in the presence of that which was truly feminine. And for the first time in my life, I knew that I'd been born male. And actually I was questioning whether or not I was actually a woman in a man's body at that time. But being in the presence of that perfect feminine, bang, it was like something was like, I'm male. And therefore I have to walk the journey of a man. I cannot now entertain the fact that I'm not male. And I was beginning to do that. Now, that was something unique for me. I know of others who've had a similar experience. I know many survivors of childhood sexual abuse who've had experiences of angels and all sorts of different things, because God comes into the very core of their trauma sometimes and wants to do that. That was one of the main things for me. And the other thing was, literally, it was the Eucharist. The Eucharist. I became hungry to eat of God. I'm pleased I did.